All right. Hello, Phnom Penh. Yeah, thanks. It's an honor to be here. I'd like to talk to you about the Oculus Rift, the amazing virtual reality headset, sometimes referred to as the dork helmet. You know, I have one set here with me, so you can check it out. In front is a display unit. On the other side are the lenses, so I'm going to leave it down here. So let me briefly talk about how this thing actually works. What it does, it creates the illusion that you are in an artificial environment by tracking your head's movement and sending that signal back to your display unit. So this is called virtual reality. And virtual reality, you know, the concept has been around. You may have heard about the holodeck, Tron, Snow Crash, and you know, this virtual reality concept is now becoming a reality. And you know, looking at these images here, you can see that virtual reality has actually come a long way. You know, it was not quite ready for prime time. If you check this out, especially the one here in the middle, this huge Toshiba helmet. But now, you know, it's ready. And thanks to this guy, Palmer Luckey, he's the man. Due to his incredible persistence, he was able to create a device that is affordable and that actually works. And if you think about the timeline, I'm not sure if you guys have heard about Oculus Rift, but it's only 2 years ago that was launched on Kickstarter, and in March of this year, it was bought over by Facebook for an amazing $2 billion US. And a lot of people were really upset about this deal because it was considered to be sort of an indie project. But you know what? It's going to be fine because it's going to roll out on a much larger scale. And I believe it's going to stimulate the economy. You know, there will be, you know, we'll be entering a whole new era with new jobs being created, new business opportunities, and it'll be great, you know. And you know, there's all sorts of interesting peripherals. It's maybe hard to see, but you know, you have your treadmills, you have your motion trackers, and if you enjoy playing Flappy Bird, you know, this may be your chance to actually become Flappy Bird. You know, there's a bird simulator on the right, you know, and you know, one fascinating thing is the fact that John Carmack, the legendary developer of Wolfenstein 3D, you know, he invented basically 3D shooters. He invented, you know, Wolfenstein 3D in 1992, the first 3D shooter. He is part of, you know, the VR community, and you know, the VR community is fascinating because, you know, historically it reminds you of the early days of the internet, where people were doing all sorts of wild and crazy things just for the hell of it, and you know, there's all sorts of interesting experiments going on. One fascinating one is the gender swap one. It sounds bizarre, and it actually is. You know, what people actually do, you have your headset, and there's a camera mounted on a woman, and you know, and your headset is driving that camera, and if you look down as a guy, you're on yourself, you see all of you have these amazing breasts, and it's wonderful, you know. And so, you know, let's talk some serious business for a moment, because Rift development is difficult. You need to have your game engine, your software development kit. You have to have your concept. You need to have your 3D asset pipeline ready. And, you know, that's why Cambodia is a great place to do this. You know, it's low cost. You know, it's a great place to bootstrap your project. And there's almost no distractions, right? Except for the occasional karaoke festival next door, you know, which I'm experiencing at the moment. But, you know, it's cool, you know. But, you know, I'm doing a test project at the moment. And this test project is based on a dream I had a while ago where some sort of a mutant creature is chasing me down the riverside. And so what I'm trying to do, I'm calling this Mekong Mutant. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to explore what I find very fascinating. And that is the sense of scale that you get in VR. You know, when you look up and you say, oh my God, this thing is huge, you know. This is really striking in VR, you know, you get that sense of scale. And the other thing is, you know, 3D audio is really important, you know. And talking about game development, it's hard to get started, you know, there's so many things to do. And I usually like to get started with characters because that's what I enjoy most. So here's a character I set up in front of the Oculus camera, and he's stepping on a game object that's called a Playmaker object. And I discovered your Playmaker reading about this game, Unknown Orbit, and this guy actually created a whole game without a single line of code, you know, using Playmaker, which is a visual scripting language. And he uses these logic blocks to plug together, you know, the whole game logic. It's amazing. You should try it, you know. And thanks to this guy, Hampus, I have my developer kit. He is amazing. He passed it on to me at a time when it was really difficult to get one. He's a developer of the game Toribash, which has a really strong cult following. And which brings me to my last slide, you know, freedom from reality. You know, that's what I believe in. Because, you know, reality is not a bad thing, but, you know, it's good to have some choices. Like, you know, you have different sorts of potato chips, you have like sour cream and barbecue, you know, you want to have some different choices in reality, right? So thanks, that's it. If you're interested, you drop me a note and, you know, I can show you some more stuff, right? Thanks, bye-bye.